I have had some apprehension about this particular video because what this is, it's an opinion. That's all it is. People might agree with it, people might disagree with it. Either way, take a listen. Let me know what you think. I've got an office in the garden, a studio if you like. I'm very fortunate. I've worked hard, but as we all know, hard work doesn't guarantee anything. I've also been lucky. Now when I set this place up, I hung a bird feeder on the wisteria just outside. Now I keep this feeder topped up all year round. There are blue tits, robins, lots of sparrows. They're scrappy little sods, always fighting and spilling the seed. The collective noun for sparrows is a squad, apparently. It really suits them. Their wings sound like the riffling of a deck of cards as they dash in and out like a feathered biker gang. Elsewhere, blackbirds pull worms from the grass. Magpies dig for whatever it is magpies dig for. Even Nando the cat wants in on the act. He caught a pigeon the other day. It's a busy little world out there. Busy and harsh, as Nando's blooded mouth will attest. But maybe they somehow have it better than we do. As I record this, it's mid-May. Breeding season started up for the birds. This time of year, I can replenish that feeder 3 times a day. Those birds can get through 12 kilos of seed in a week. 12 kilos. Hungry little squads, those sparrows. The parent birds come and go in a blur. Beakfuls of food delivered somewhere beyond the boundaries. And then the chicks start to appear. Fluffy, twitchy, hesitant. They perch and cheep. Feed me, feed me. But the parent birds don't just feed them, they show them. They hop back and forth, coaxing them, encouraging the chicks to follow. It takes time, but eventually the chicks get the idea and start to feed themselves. By mid-June, it all slows down. The chicks have flown. The feeder stays fuller for longer, and the garden is a little less busy. As I watched these birds on the feeder outside on the wisteria, something struck me. This is how we used to raise our young. Not in nests, obviously, or by hopping around on branches. That'd end in tears. We did it by modelling, by being around, by showing them. We passed things down. Rhythms, habits, trades. It wasn't always perfect, but it was present. Then something shifted. Over the years, life sped up. We were sold growth, credit, status, lifestyles. We wanted more, or thought we did. So we worked more, to earn more, to spend more, to have more. And in order to work more, we began sending our kids away. To childminders, breakfast clubs, after-school clubs. We paid others to feed them, literally, culturally, morally. We gained financially, but what did we trade away? We didn't stop feeding them, these kids, but a lot of us stopped showing them. We handed over devices, sat them in front of flat-screen TVs, traded presents for convenience, experience for upgrades, all-inclusive holidays, new cars on payment plans, bigger, better, faster, more. We sat looking at phones to find out what was going on somewhere else. We were more connected than ever, yet also more disconnected. It wasn't because we didn't care, but because we were told that this was success. And as we were told and sold, we all grew older. We reached midlife, and our kids became adults, with views and opinions and dreams and desires, some of them truly of their own, others shaped by the world in which they were raised a lot by others, because we sent them away. But here's the thing, it's not too late. Kids are living at home much longer now, young adults, but still kids nonetheless. And those adult kids still need us, just in different ways. They still need presence, attention, patience, time, because as we know, even though we might not be aware of it, the adult's game is different. When you're a kid, the world is focused on you, built around you, delivered to you. Most of your time is spent with people your own age, at school, clubs, leisure time. Childhood is a team sport and you are a major player. But when you transition to adulthood, somewhere around the age of 17, 18, 19, life becomes an individual sport. No one tells you this has happened. There's no team around you anymore, and no one tells you the rules. And that's partly because no one knows what they really are. So it's a confusing shock. Our adult kids need us more. We're the ear on the end of the phone when things don't go to plan, helping them navigate life's turbulent waters, difficult conversations about money, relationships, sex. Conversations about things we're still struggling to navigate ourselves. They need that support in those turbulent waters, and in midlife, we need it too. We've got our own challenges to deal with. In midlife, we've probably been in at least one long-term relationship. Relationships that can be good, great even, but they could also have failed or be failing. Our bodies are beginning to let us down. We feel insecure, irrelevant, invisible. Time and energy are scarce. Remember going to a nightclub until 3 a.m? Now it's cocoa and yawning at 10 p.m, if you're lucky, right? Right. But it's not all doom and gloom. We can still learn from the birds. It's okay to slow down. Okay to show, not just do. To give our attention instead of just giving our earnings. To teach by being, not just buying. To nurture what really matters. Now, I'm not always a great parent of adult kids. I was better when they were small, when it was all painting and playgrounds, bath time and bedtime stories. I miss bedtime stories. I used to do all the voices. No, you didn't. But I've given myself permission to be present now, even if it's messy, even if I get it wrong, even if being present is just to listen, or to offer advice on difficult adult things. Advice they might not always want to receive, but it's important to try. Because trying still matters. Being here still matters. Maybe you're feeling the same. So here's my question. What might you give yourself permission to try or retry this season? Because the garden's still here, the feeder's still full, and the birds are still watching. Just like the birds, maybe we don't need to do it all. Just enough to show the way. Because midlife isn't the end of something. It can be a new beginning. And a chance to parent ourselves too. So that was the first of the new style of video that I'm going to be doing, covering midlife themes and issues. Do let me know what you think in the comments. And if there's any questions or thoughts or experiences you'd like to share or things you'd particularly like me to cover, do let me know. I've got to admit, I have had some apprehension about this particular video because what this is, it's an opinion. That's all it is, really. And people might agree with it. People might disagree with it. Either way, let me know. That's what this is about. It's just about telling stories and experiences and sharing things, views and opinions and insights. So do let me know what you think. And don't forget, channel memberships are now available. So if you want exclusive ad-free videos, just click the link.